So I just finished reading this Venture Beat article on Moon Studios and how they got some of the developers that left the studio to talk about how it was to work at Moon Studios. If you don't know what Moon Studios is, Moon Studios are the people that created Ori for Microsoft and Xbox. They made Ori, Will o' the Wisp, and Ori, um, the first one about the forest. I forget the first one's name. Will o' the Wisp was the second one. Ori's an independent studio, and they got two founders, and it seems the two founders are just aggressive and oppressive. That's what the thing started out as. But as you read the article, you see that well, everybody's gonna see this different. But when I read this article, it's like all they're doing is making stupid jokes and poking fun at each other all the time, and then sometimes criticizing their people's work because it's not fucking good enough. And some of the developers took fucking offense to it. And when I read this, because this is the end, this is the last paragraph that I'm on right now, and it's another developer said, even though they say they would change, the atmosphere just remaining very aggressive. How is the atmosphere aggressive when you're at home and they're at their house? Because when you read this article, you have to keep in context because they kind of talk about it a little bit in the article, but the people in the article that are getting interviewed are talking like everybody comes to work and it's a shitty ass place. No, everything in this article that they're complaining about is in a fucking group chat. They're in a Discord chat. It wasn't Discord at the time. It was Skype. They in a Skype chat. How can a Skype chat have an aggressive atmosphere? You you legit read your boss tell one of your other bosses that's why I fucked your mom. And you're like, oh no, this is so aggressive. Really, bro? The whole article is like that. The whole article is like that. There is one part that is like on some crazy shit. Where is it at? Where they were talking about the new game that they're making with Take Two. Um, and they were talking about some suspect things that they wanted to put in the game because they want to make like a dark ass, gritty game as a next thing. And some people's like, why would you want to make a dark game when you made Ori? And it's like, bitch, because we made Ori already. We made two Oris. We want to make something different. But they're talking about like making the main character be like assaulted or something so she can have like a revenge story. And where the fuck is it? This article is hella long, by the way. So like it is long. And they're an indie studio. They have people working from everywhere, like all different countries of people. So some of the jokes you make in one country won't fly in another country, and that's where this comes from because everybody's from a different place. When they're talking to each other in the group chat, the ones that's having fun that are talking in the group chat, making all these jokes, and then there's the ones that's just looking at the group chat being offended. And those are the ones that got interviewed for this fucking article. And I'm like, really? Y'all couldn't just said that? Because in the beginning they talk about how they wanted to make, yeah, this is the part that I was talking about. But how they were talking about they wanted their studio to be open where everybody could just be themselves and say what they want. But then all the people in this article that got interviewed kept reiterating that they never said anything. They would just read the group chat, be offended, and not say a damn word. And I'm like, but they wanted y'all to be honest with each other and to the people, to the founders, but they kept saying they never said a damn thing. They would think it to themselves, they would read it in the group chat, but they not say a thing. But then they do say in this article that when they actually met the founders in person, they were some of the best people they ever met. The founders took them on vacation a couple times before the pandemic happened, and they had great times. They went to Paris, they went to Italy for vacation. The whole studio they took them there, but when y'all in the group chat, you feel like it's a toxic work environment when you're in a fucking group chat, bro. You can instantly turn off the group chat and read it later. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, they talk about how they wanted to put the scene in the game and they argued about not putting it in the game. And I mean, I can understand that. Like, why the fuck would you want to do that? But then they get a quote from, because he decided against it because he wanted it. He's like, all right, just make her get assaulted, bro, and then she had just turned into a fucking demon. And then they're like, no, nigga, we're not doing that. They're like, we're not fucking doing that. And then I know they get a quote from somebody. Oh yeah, they asked the founders about it, and and then they give like the quote of like they were in the middle of like talking to each other about the backstory of the character for this dark ass game that they want to make, and they're like, all right, how the hell do we get her to be like this or him? They didn't even say if it's a male character or female character. They just like, all right, the main character, they need a dark ass backstory. How can we get that point across to the player and create this character in development for writing? It makes sense, but out of context, they were like, "Oh, you want to see where people get raped? That's horrible." And it's like, ah, bro. And this is all coming from a group chat, by the way. This is not just people sitting in the office. You could just walk up and talk to your boss. No, they're texting. The whole studio is texting. Sometimes they have audio calls. They don't even video each other. And I'm like, y'all really should have just talked to the heads about this. Y'all really felt that way, but no, they never said anything. They never wanted to say anything. They never did say anything. But yeah, there there's just a whole lot of talking in this, and their new game code. I forget code name is Forspoken. But yeah, Take Two is publishing their next game, which is cool. Which is cool because Ori, the I forget which founder of Ori's studio was talking about how they wanted Microsoft to let Ori become multi-platform because they made Microsoft funded Ori, and they made the game. They gave it to Microsoft. Microsoft sold it. Their big ass deals for it, and they like we want more people to experience their game, so they wanted Microsoft to make it go multi-platform. And Microsoft's like, come on now, bro, we bought the game. You don't have no say in that. So their multi-platform studio, they're gonna make a dark game, and they got Take Two to do the thing for it. But legit, some of the insults that they said that they're like, oh, they're just so dark and they're so aggressive. What was the shit they were saying, bro? Where they was like, where they just called somebody's work trash, and it's like, it's around this part, and they call them uneducated. Where the fuck was it? Because, like, yo, he's self taught and doesn't have the vocabulary to do it. You insult your fucking ex boss in the same sentence where you say he insulted you, but you're the victim. It's crazy. His feedback was just, this is shit. So he looked at it, he like, this is shit. This is shit, bro. Some shit Gordon Ramsay would say on TV. And they got offended by that. And then you're gonna call this man fucking uneducated in the next line because he called your work shit. This is like it's a whole lot of hypocrisy going on in these things, bro. They were talking about inappropriate fucking jokes, and the whole thing was inappropriate jokes. That's all it was, bro. They didn't want to be censored. They took an anti woke stance in their studio, which is remote, by the way, is a fucking group chat. So like, people talk about other studios attempt to make a comfortable work environment. You're at home. You're at home, bro. You're not in a work environment. You're at home doing your fucking job on your computer, bro. I don't understand how they could be so offended over the fucking group text, but they were. And this whole article is talking about all this shit going on over text. See, but left the door open for the founders to insult each other because they wanted everybody to speak freely. They ran an open workplace where people could speak their mind freely. And then they said, "Oh, they just let the founders insult each other." And that's what everybody's so upset about in this article. The founders poking jokes at each other about where they're from and what they're doing and drawing dicks on each other's faces in the group text. And it's like, that's it? That's it? When you read the fucking the what the fuck? Go it faster. When you read the fucking tagline for this, when they say it's in an oppressive work environment, you expecting like some demon shit to be going on. And it's not. It's two friends who founded a studio cracking jokes at each other and telling people their work is garbage. And it's hella funny because there's not just the founders that's doing that. Most of the people in the studio are talking shit to each other in the group chat. And there's one part where the fuck is it's deep in here, bro. It's like deep in his mud where they talk about how one of the founders was on Twitter talking shit about CD Projekt and how they put out a trash game, which is Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm like, they kind of fucking deserved it, but they took that shit down. God damn, this article is so fucking long, and it's just them talking about, oh, they cracked jokes, oh, and these jokes wasn't funny, but like you never said the jokes weren't funny. You just sat there and read them in the group chat. God, I wish I could find all this shit. Oh yeah, they called their founder a pixel fuck. They called them pixel fucking for looking at minor details that ultimately didn't matter. What? Or is a very detailed game, and they said they were pixel fucking by fucking obsessing over minor details. Really? But these are the same people that make a couple jokes and got you offended, but you would say they pixel fucking by caring about how they fucking game turns out. That was lovely to see. And then where the fuck are the things? Oh yeah, about what is it? About CD Project Red and shit. Cause that part was funny as hell. The second Ori during lockdown. I don't know. This article long as hell. Oh, there it is. Where they talked about one of the fucking one of the people went on Twitter talk about how shit CD Projekt Red's fucking Cyberpunk 2077 was, and talk shit about Sean Murray when he dropped fucking No Man's Sky and then fucking went off the face of the earth when that shit was hot garbage and they whole studio faced so much backlash. And I'm like, rightfully so. But then one of their workers was like, why are you dumping on other developers? Bitch, because they put out trash. Because they put out fucking trash. That's why he's dumping on other developers. And that is the whole article. Them crying about jokes in the comment section of their fucking group chat. And how their bosses tell the truth all the fucking time. They not gonna sugarcoat it because your feelings are gonna get hurt. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. But that's it for this one. So let me know what y'all think about it down below. I'm gonna link the comments. I mean, I'm gonna link the article down below so y'all can check it out and we can talk about it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.